This is an essay on the mean streets of Orlando. I'm Bill Carpenter. Most of us would like to live where it would be convenient and safe to use our streets to walk to our destinations if we wanted or needed to. Metropolitan Orlando is not such a place. Orlando streets are mean to pedestrians. In 2003, there were 53 pedestrian fatalities in the Orlando MSA. The 2004 Mean Streets Report rated the Orlando area the most dangerous place to walk in the country. Orlando and the communities surrounding it have become pedestrian unfriendly because of rapid, poorly planned growth that facilitated the use of the automobile and gave little thought to pedestrians. Wide, multi-lane roads carrying large volumes of high-speed traffic make walking difficult and unsafe. Orlando's mean streets do not affect its citizens equally. A greater proportion of the accident victims are underprivileged and minorities, since they are the ones that are forced by circumstances to walk more than the population at large. This essay will focus on a portion of State Road 436, also known as Semoran Blvd in Orlando, along a 3.7-mile stretch from Aloma Avenue on the north to East Colonial Drive on the south. The 60,000 vehicles per day that use this road make it one of the busiest in the Orlando metropolitan area. This stretch of Semoran Blvd has high-density, multifamily zoning on both sides, meaning many service workers and students live nearby. These residents are more likely to walk and use public transportation instead of drive than the general population. The Winter Park campus of Full Sail real-world education with 5,700 students is at Semoran and University. Along this 3.7-mile stretch, Aloma to Colonial, there are just 7 marked pedestrian crosswalks at signalized intersections. The average distance between crosswalks is just under 2/3 of a mile, a 12-minute walk. Crosswalks feature pedestrian walk signals activated by pressing buttons mounted on poles at the corners. Florida law states the pedestrian has the right-of-way when in a non-signalized marked crosswalk. However, the law also states the pedestrian may not enter the crosswalk if a vehicle is approaching such that it would be unsafe to enter the crosswalk. During peak traffic times, there are few breaks in the traffic, and pedestrians frequently find they cannot enter a crosswalk safely. Some drivers will yield to pedestrians, others ignore them. Long wait times at signalized intersections with crosswalks are one unfriendly part of walking in Orlando. Many pedestrians elect not to use or obey the walk signal. Traffic signal cycle times are long, and pedestrian signal wait times can be even longer depending on where the traffic signal is in its cycle when activated by the pedestrian. Because traffic signals at busy intersections control traffic lanes individually, it may appear to the pedestrian that it is safe to cross, but there may be turning traffic that has a green light that will cross over the crosswalk. The scarcity of crosswalks, the distance between them, and the wait times causes many pedestrians to cross mid-block without the benefit of a crosswalk. Pedestrians make mid-block crossings by taking advantage of breaks in the traffic going one direction created by the nearest traffic light. There is usually a raised median strip on which the pedestrian can wait while the traffic going the opposite direction clears. This method of crossing is not safe or pedestrian-friendly. Crossing mid-block can save time, but is a dangerous act. The pedestrian gives up the physical and legal protection of a crosswalk. If a crash occurs, the pedestrian can be at fault for not using the marked crosswalk or yielding the right-of-way to the vehicle. The next set of images shows a group of students crossing University. The crossing is a 3-step process. First, a continuous right turn lane, University to Semoran, is crossed using a marked crosswalk. There is no signage requiring vehicles to yield to pedestrians. Once this lane is crossed, pedestrians are on a raised concrete island where they can activate the walk signal to cross University. After crossing University, pedestrians wait on a similar island for traffic to clear another continuous right turn lane carrying traffic from Semoran to University. Because of heavy rush hour traffic, the students had to wait until a courteous truck driver stopped, allowing them to cross. Here is a family of 4 crossing Semoran just south of the Old Cheney Highway signalized intersection, showing how little confidence many pedestrians place in the existing crosswalk system to get them to their destination in a safe and timely manner. A family is attempting to cross Semoran at Old Cheney Highway. The mother wants to use the pedestrian signal to cross safely with her children. However, there are 2 buttons to press, and the little boy presses the wrong one. After the family waits for some time, another group of pedestrians comes to the intersection and presses the correct button. Many lower-income families live in the area and use the streets and highways to walk to their destinations. The group continues to walk east on Old Cheney Highway, however, without the benefit of sidewalks on this busy street. There are many things that need to be done to make our streets safer and more user-friendly for pedestrians. The most obvious is to reduce the number of vehicles on our roads and the miles they travel by creating more walkable communities and more use of mass transit. Reducing the consumption of scarce hydrocarbon fuels is another very compelling reason to reduce the number of vehicles and miles traveled. As the number of vehicles is reduced, streets such as Semoran can be made more pedestrian-friendly. But in the meantime, there are short-term improvements that can be made, such as making existing crosswalks so they work, providing mid-block crosswalks, and constructing and repairing sidewalks where needed. This essay was done as a student project initiated at Crealdi School of Art in Winter Park. Thanks to instructor Rick Lang and the students of his independent study class, Fall 2007 session. For more information on transportation alternatives and the complete Mean Streets 2004 report, go to the Surface Transportation Policy Partnership website, www.transact.org. Thank you.